Technology is no longer the bottleneck for our output. The only thing that's slowing us down now is our own ability to understand what we truly want to create, what we truly want to build, what we truly want to contribute. We are moving from a world of technical limitations to a world of frictionless creation. And it's wild to think about it, but our problems are about to change. I'm going to show you how the early adopters are already operating at this level, at this new reality, and how you can as well. The hybrid workspace of humans and AI. So if you think about this, of course, before everything, there was nothing, right? So we didn't have AI for many, many years in our life already. So we all know how is it like to live without artificial intelligence in our pocket. We had internet, we had amazing things, right? But not artificial intelligence. And when it showed up, we used it kind of like as a search, right? It's like input in, output out, so to say. Like we prompt it for something, we use it to get an answer for something, and it just output back the answer. Then we started to develop this, like AI became our research companion. Instead of going to Google, we're going to that. Our writer helper, ghostwriter, right? It helps us, create or organize or even generate for us texts if we need, right? And many other things, sparring partner, okay, many other things. But basically, it's all around input in, output out. And this is kind of like passive lifestyle because the AI just sit there waiting for us, and then our communication is back and forth, back and forth. There is one source that is human, needs to put all of his thoughts into a prompt, press enter, and then the AI replies with maybe something the human can use. Maybe we copy and paste it to somewhere else to use it in our different softwares and applications and all this kind of stuff. So for the last 3 years, 3 amazing years, 3 or 4 even amazing years of booming technology, this is how we kind of used it. We use it super passive. So yeah, we all know this passive approach, right? We write here something, the AI replies, we write back, the AI replies, stuff like that, okay? So that was that. And it still happens. Like this is a use case that's it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But then they started to tell us about N8N and all this automation. And they told us these are the agents. This is the agent era. Like this is the agent year. 2025 is going to be the agent year. And I as well started to use N8N to automate the work of the AI. So I thought instead of the AI being there as a passive companion when I need it, I can use the AI to do stuff on their own. That was like the idea. That was the promise. So, right, Zapier is just connects and do a lot of automation. You can do a lot of things with Zapier, and make.com just turns Zapier into something visual. You can actually connect stuff to stuff, which makes the whole operation much easier, like a graphical interface. And then N8N took it even one step further. It's a self-hosted, but also has AI baked into it. So kind of like in a sense, there is a small agent in the API N8N workflow that has access to tool and can decide what tool to use, etc., etc. So in a sense, N8N is having AI agents with tool and stuff they can use, definitely. But there is a problem with that, and I will show you the problem right away. But basically, we have a trigger, then something happens, and then it's a result. And that fourth point, it's essentially the problem. The problem is that all of that is just funneling data. Just having a data somewhere or something happen and just funnel it, manipulate the data in order to get to somewhere else. That's all there is to it. And I think it's nice. I think it's fantastic. I don't think it's bad. Definitely usable. But this is not a real agent, or I should say a real hybrid workspace. The AI is funneling our data and help us manipulate the data in ways that, software engineers could never have before. Absolutely. But it's just funneling the data. Basically, this whole N8N approach is not alive. It's not organic. You cannot talk with it. It takes the an amazing power of the artificial intelligence and the LLMs and just put them inside a script for us. It's not alive. Do you know this model? I hope you do. This is the OSI model. It's like the 7 or 5 layers of internet and computer networks. Okay, so we have the physical layer. I'm sorry you cannot see it probably, but the physical layer, which are the wires, the actual wires. Then another layer, the data, the the electrical that is passing through the wires, right? And then the network layer. If we connect all the computers together, we can do a lot of things. And these are all very, very old. Like this is a 99. Okay, it became a 7 layer model. The last layer is the application layer. And the application layer is where the user is interacting with the machine. So basically, someone who knows this language here, the physical layer language, did all the physical stuff for us. And then someone who know the data link layer did all the data link for us. And then someone who knows the network, etc., until someone who knows the application language build an application so we can press the buttons, and then the buttons will trigger everything else. And this is basically how computer works. I hope you know this model, but if not, it's okay. This is it. You can read about it with an AI later. And where we are right now is that we have a new layer. We have a new, and this is a huge revolution. And that layer, the AI, knows all of the other languages, so we don't need to know them. He knows to produce. He know to produce all everything in the other languages. So and it also knows our own language. So the AI is a connection. It's a way for the computer to speak our language. We don't need to learn the computer language or any layer language. We just need to know our own language, and the computer can do it themselves. And that layer is Claude Code. Now, I call it Claude Code not because it's necessarily going to be Claude Code forever, but for now, Claude Code is a good enough name because this is basically the first or the best or whatever currently product around that. I'm sure that in few years we will have a name for it, or maybe in few months, I don't know. But for now, Claude Code. Why? Because Claude Code is our way to talk with the computer, and the computer can, in our own language, and the computer can take actions for us. And that's open up a lot. And we're gonna talk about this later in this video. But it open up a lot of opportunity for us to actually work with the AI and not work on the AI or let the AI work for us. No, we are working together. And that's the whole purpose of today's talk. As a teammate, not as a tool. A teammate is bigger than an employee, is bigger than a tool. And I can say in that metaphor that N8N is kind of like an employee. Okay. A tool is like talking with ChatGPT. All right. But a teammate is much more powerful than an employee, in my opinion. Using AI as a teammate is much more powerful. And I'm going to share with you before we jump into Claude Code and all this kind of stuff. Okay. I want to share with you a very low hanging fruit that you can actually right now you can after this video you can start doing, like a very low hanging fruit that I think is not a lot of people talk about. This, the canvas feature. Every AI model out there, every AI user interface, every AI website like Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT have a canvas feature. And the canvas is basically, I will share with you my workflow in a bit, but the canvas basically is you can pop up a window that the AI see, you see, and you both can edit the same document simultaneous, or not really simultaneous, almost simultaneous. And this is a great way for you to start exploring the AI as a teammate concept. Okay. And I realized this is a big understanding I had the last couple of weeks is that I'm not no longer wants the AI to produce a perfect response, a 100% perfect response. I'm just looking to get a 90%, 95%, 90 whatever, okay? Like from 0 to 90, and then I will finish up the rest. I look at the AI as a collaborator that can can help me get to where I want to get faster, but I do the tweakings and I do everything that's supposed to be wrapping up to a perfect creation, in my opinion. So I no longer try to make them do the work like I used to do it. No, they do their work, I do my work, and we work together. Canvas workflow that you can adopt. I mean, it's very very easy. What how do I talk? Okay, how do I use it, and how can you use it? I just record myself sometimes for 15, 30 minutes. I can record myself for a very long time, and then I transcribe it. There are many ways to do that, but you can build an N8N workflow that transcribe it for you, whatever, if you need. Okay, then I give this text to the AI, and this text is already basically my prompt. But this prompt, I recorded myself for 30 minutes or 15 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever. I recorded myself, so everything is wrapped, like everything is included already. And then AI creates a document because we are talking about the Canvas. So Canvas is a document. Basically, we can use a text document or we can use a website, whatever, code document. Doesn't really matter. And then we iterate from there. So for the first iterations, I always use a deeper model, a thinking model, something like Gemini Pro, ChatGPT Pro, all this pro stuff. And then when I do the editings, I use a lighter model. And every AI provider, you already know this, right? They already have it, okay? So I draft the first draft with a deeper model, sometimes, not always. And then we have a document, we can use it together, we can edit it together. So I use a lighter model for the edits. And what I do is like I have this canvas, I just highlight the text that I want to change and I write something to the AI. And then I continue to read, and the AI is doing the editing for me while I'm continuing to read the other paper. I'm highlighting and I'm continuing to give it, instructions. So basically, I just during my reading, I'm reading the document, and during my reading, I'm committing comments. I'm writing comments, and the AI is already working on those comments. This is fantastic. Very, very fast. Very, very fast. Highly productive and very good results because after this first scan, and I read actually the output because it's important for me. This is for something meaningful for me. We get to a prototype which is basically ready. And then I can edit as well. I can change stuff. I'm not going to talk with the AI to remove letters, right? Or whatever, a dot. I'm going to do that because it's just delete, it's faster. So we edit it together and then we have now this can be super beneficial for you because, for example, like we just built a landing page. This is a process that could take me 2 weeks to do, and now it's just 1 hour. And I'm saying 1 hour, like really getting something that I can post. I can post to the world. I can share this landing page to the world. Something that is meaningful for me, something that is valuable for me, something that speaks my own taste and language, and way of seeing things. That way, we can get to that 100% quality. And this is something that was very frustrating me. I was not able to get to 100% because the AI was not there. And I always kept on waiting for the AI to get there. I'm no longer waiting for it. We are working together and we are getting together to 100% quality. And you get the third idea already. Like we both working on the same. Let's do a pause, quick pause. Let's breathe. Okay. And now we're going to talk about the other part. I hope you liked it. Low hanging fruit. I hope you liked it. But the other part is Claude Code. And my thoughts on this. Basically, an operating system, meaning that basically Claude Code is now that eighth level in the OSI model. Like already. I don't see any more benefit in opening up the computer without talking to Claude Code anymore. And I think that in the next couple of years, probably less than years, maybe 2027 already, we're going to have a computer that this is what you see. This is like you see a chat. Like this is what you see because we don't need any more. Why? Because Cloud Code can create applications for us as well. So why do we need applications for anymore? We don't really need software anymore because we can create software with our words. Okay. Now, what can you build with Cloud Code? First, I highly suggest you to install it, really. And it doesn't have to be Claude Code. I'm not here to advertise them. They're not paying me or something, right? You can use Gemini CLI, and you can use Codex CLI, or you can use Open Code CLI. These are all the same. And Claude Code is basically, don't think that it's just because it's code or CLI, it's just for developers. You can use Claude Code to create anything you want, really. So you can use it for to create workflows and automations. You no longer need N8N for it. You can have Claude Code to create you the entire workflow. That's even better, right? Eh, you can use it for social media posting, not just drafting, but actual posting. If you know what you're doing, research, of course. You don't need any fancy software or AI tool or whatever for research anymore. I think Claude Code covers everything you need, really, like because it has access to all your files. It can create Python scripts if you need, and it can search the web. What more do you need? Like, I think research Cloud Code can be fantastic for it, already fantastic for it. And Cloud Code, as I said, we don't really have AI CLI, whatever, AI with access to file system, whatever, AI on a file system. We don't have a name for it yet, but we will have eventually. I call it Cloud Code, but it's not necessarily Cloud Code. Of course, business management, PDF, and basically, you see anything you can imagine, anything you can imagine. You can use Cloud Code to build anything digitally that you want, and not just digitally, but mainly digitally. Like, think about your life. I don't know. You like journaling? Do you have a business? Do you have a work you need to do in whatever software out there? You can use Cloud Code to do most of your work. Like, you can talk your work through Cloud Code. Of course, you need to know what you're doing, and of course, you need to have a common sense and opening up to learning in different ways. But basically, anything you can imagine. And as I said, and this is a very important point I think to make here, why do we need more applications? Why do we need to pay for software? Like, I created a software I really needed with Cloud Code. It took me maybe 2 days to make a final product. It's very rough on the edges. I think that most people will not be able to use the software I created with Cloud Code, but it's 100% working for my use case. I know all the tweaks and all the problems, but I can work with it. I can change it if I need, because I can ask Cloud Code to change it. Why do I need to pay for an application like that anymore? I don't. Really, I don't. And of course, this is not production ready. This is not something I'm gonna whatever share with the world, because it's just for me and my workflow and the way I operate. This is a software made just for me. Wow. So this is why I'm saying, like, this is another layer. And because, like, you use computers all the time, because your phone is a computer, right? So you use computers all the time, and you use the application levels. This is all you need, right? You have the application, the user interface, and this is all you need. Yeah. So now we have another layer. In 50 years, 100 years, people not gonna know this application layer anymore, or the AI will generate a user interface for them, so they don't need to interact with the user interface anymore, right? You get what I'm saying? Hopefully. So yeah. So but one night was $100 investment, because I bought the max plan, and I spent all night building stuff, and basically I created everything I needed, or everything I wanted to create, for a very long time, and it took me one night with Cloud Code. Hope you like it so far. If you do, share your love, please. It means a lot to me. Share your love, this if you love it, okay? Share your love, it means a lot to me, and I love you guys for being here. Thank you. So basically, that whole experience led me to a problem that I felt like everything I wanted, or everything I wanted to build, everything that was meaningful for me to have, every workflow I was struggling with for years to create, I can now get somewhere very, very fast, very, very good quality, because now we are talking with the computer, we are working together. He's doing stuff on my computer, and I can see everything that he's doing, and edit everything that he's doing, and talk to him. Like, oh, I can build whatever I want. That's the problem now. All my desires are already fulfilled. What do I want next? I created the softwares I thought I was stuck with for such a long time, and now I have workflows for it. What am I going to do next? So the problem is, I need to come up with more stuff I would like to do. That's my new problem. My new problem is not that I cannot make, or I don't have enough time to make, or I don't have enough brain capacity to make. This is not my new problem. These are my old problems. My new problem is I don't have enough stuff I want. I need to come up with more stuff, deeper stuff, bigger stuff. Because one prompt, and there is a research for that, one prompt can take you 2.5 hours or 4.5 hours of software engineering work already with the Opus 4.5. So what is going to be in a few months is going to be even more, 9 hours of software engineering work. We need to come up with bigger desires, with deeper stuff we want to create. And that brought me back to coaching, because I was like, oh, coaching can help me understand what I want to do. So that's weird. That's a full circle that brings me back to a physical world, back to a physical reality, because the digital reality became pretty much solved. And now I have my physical body that I need to reconnect to and dig deeper into what I want to build and what do I want to create. And maybe that's too philosophical for some of my viewers, but really, this is what I experienced. So I created, I don't know, like the last few days, I created a game that I really wanted to build 10 years ago. And I couldn't, like, I started, but I really couldn't. And I recreated it, and I created it even better. And it looks so gorgeous. And so now I have this game that I worked on. And this is like a dream I had 10 years ago that I had to revisit. I need more meaningful ideas, more meaningful stuff I want to do. I'm no longer stuck because my computer is not fast enough. My computer is super fast now. I'm stuck because I'm not sure what will be meaningful for me. How do I want to contribute? And this is exactly what coaching is helping you to do, what coaching is helping you to know. And that's maybe for my coaching viewers that, I'm a coach, and I have many peers that are as well. This is something that is, maybe this is the calling for our profession, the calling for our profession in today's era. Coming back to the physical world, because the digital world is pretty much solved at this point, or maybe in a few years, but it will be solved. As humans, we can come back to the physical reality. You can make anything you want. All that's left is figuring out what you want to do. This is a renaissance. This is a time of thriving. I mean, we had pretty rough years, last couple of years, like last 5 years in the world. And I think we will have few more difficult years in the world, but basically we are going through a renaissance. Very much beautiful. Reconnect with yourself, understand what deeply you want to create, and do it with the new software we have. I cannot wait to see what you're going to build for you, for your close one, for the world, for us, for me. I cannot wait to see. Your computer basically is already turned into something like an AGI already, basically. And maybe not AGI, but definitely a general digital intelligence like this. So GDI, okay, maybe you can call it. This is very much genius, very much automatic, and use it, really use it. Even if you are not technical, even if you are afraid of the word code inside Claude Code, or the framework of CLI tools, whatever. Really, you can use those AI models to ask them how to install it, how to make it, and they will explain to you. Don't worry. It's not the future, it's the present. This is happening now. Your computer is already an AI operating system. Already. This is now, this is today. I'm not sure what's going to happen in few months. I have no idea, but I know that now our computer, we can talk to them in our own native language. And this is fantastic. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope you got something from this. I want to leave you with this question. What's your life contribution going to look like now? You have genius, automatic, fast, fluent workforce with you. What would you do now? What would you create now? What would you contribute now? Thank you very much. Dan Shimoni here. Bye bye.